Greetings, my name is Ben, aka Downsize It, and today I'm back here at Gear Gaming Bentonville with Robby, and Robby is bringing back out his Republic forces to try again, and I'm going back to my tried and true after last time and getting back to the Imperial 2 Star Destroyer with Thrawn, and wanted to try out some Lambda Shuttle with strategic shenanigans. I've never attempted using them in mass before and being strategic with the missions, etc. And as you can see, Robby also chose to bring lots of squads, so we are going to have quite the intense squadron furball today. So coming up, we're going to go over the fleets and the mission, and then we will have deployment along with the pre-game interview. For the Imperials, we have Grand Admiral Thrawn on an Imperial 2 Star Destroyer with the Chimera title and entrapment formation to start. We have Commander Vanto, local fire control, boosted comms, advanced projectors, leading shots, and XI-7 turbo lasers. We then have a Quasar Fire 1 with Commander Woldar, flight controllers and boosted comms. And for the Imperial squadrons, we have Merrick Stell with 3 TIE Defenders, Zertik Strom, Colonel Jendon, and 2 Lambda Shuttles. For the Galactic Republic, we have Bail Organa on an Acclamator 1, with a Navuta B title, Clone Navigation Officer, Flight Controllers, Boosted Comms, Ordnance Pods, Linked Turbolaser Towers, and a flag bridge with the All Fighters Follow Me Fleet Command. We have a second Acclamator 1 with Flight Commander, Flight Controllers, Expanded Hangar Bay, Ordnance Pods, and Linked Turbolaser Towers, and a Consular Charger C-70 with Clone Captain Zack, Bomber Command Center, and the Radiant 7 title. For the Republic squadrons, we have Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Skywalker, 2 Y-Wing squadrons, and 4 ARC-170 Starfighter squadrons. For the missions, I came in under points and chose to be second player, so Robby had to choose between targeting beacons, fire lanes, and sensor net. And Robby chose to go with sensor net, and we will have 4 objective tokens in the setup area. And when a ship reveals a command within distance 1 of one of those objective tokens, they gain a victory token worth 15 points. And the opponent, after that command is revealed and the person gains the victory token, the opponent gets to move that victory token, and if it's Robby as first player, he'll be able to move it distance 1 to 2, and if it's me as the second player, I get to move it at distance 1 to 4. So coming up next, we will have the pre-game interview along with the deployment overlay. Alright, now that deployment's done, Robby, why don't you go ahead and talk to me about your fleet, what you're thinking when you put it together, and your thoughts behind your deployment here.
This is going to be strictly building towards squadrons because of I think it's pretty much the strength of the Republic, and I really like the ARC 170s. Their stats, they're not bad. You get 2 blue and a red just for a standard squadron. I put flight controllers on both of the acclimators so I can go ahead and get an extra dice out of that. And I like the 2 blue for the bombing, and you get counter 1. And their only weakness is they're incredibly slow at 2, which is just deadly. So I had to go with All Fighters Follow Me. And we're just going to see what happens with the ARCs. I brought Anakin along because I know he's really strong with his ability to ignore being locked down when you spend a token, and he's got really awesome bombing dice with a red and a blue, which comes with its own built-in bomber command, so he can reroll both of them if he wishes. And I brought Ahsoka just to see what she can do, because she can give a squadron a free attack, essentially. And so, plus the Aether Sprites with their 3 blues and a black, and their scatter, and their just the Jedis are really just excellent, I think. And then I went with this deployment because your Star Destroyer for sure is scaring me, and you brought TIE Defenders, which means this isn't a guaranteed win for either side. It could be really, really close with the squadrons. Thankfully, I brought ordnance pods.
Yeah, that's going to make me think about if I want, because I could easily jump out early because offenders are so fast to lock down your arcs and start hitting them. But if I do that, I'm in range of your ordnance pods, and you'll just start shredding me. So I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, that was my whole plan, is just to win the squadron battle. I may have done just enough to win it, but I think it's going to come down to dice rolls, because your defenders are just, you got 4 of them. I've got 4 ARCs, and they're good, but defenders are way better. I was hoping to do some bombing with, of course, the Y-Wings and Anakin. And took all fighters follow me, because those ARCs cannot, the arcs cannot, they just can't move it 2. If you move it 2, you're dead. You may as well not even block them. So they're going to have to move a lot faster to get up the board. And I just kind of Christmas treed the rest. I put Link Turbo Laser Towers just to get some dice fixing for the Acclimators, Bomber Command, and Clone Captain Zach to kind of give me some a little more extra firepower on the Charger. Other than that, it's going to be close with the squadrons. I don't know, the Star Destroyer is what frightens me. The Chimera is definitely standing very tall and proud on this battlefield, because it's definitely what I was trying to run away from, because I do not want to be directly engaged with the Chimera. That's going to be disastrous for me. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I need to be careful with it, though, because I only have 2 ships, and even though they're strong, you know, if you focus and the Chimera goes down, that's pretty much it for me. Yeah. And my thoughts behind this one, I just kind of wanted to go back to what I really enjoy and comfortable with, and that's my base Thrawn build, and then I built up from that. And building up from that, I wanted to try out some lambdas and try some strategic stuff. I don't think I've ever really played a game where I actually focused on the strategic keyword, playing with objective tokens, that sort of thing. And fortunately, I was a little bit under you, so I could have you pick one of my missions that had tokens, so I could try to play around with them. And we'll see how I can do with some of the token maneuvering on the board. But the primary thing I have to think about is, you know, your arcs, do I want to engage them? They're 7 hull each. Yes, defenders are amazing, and they can get through them, but it's going to take a lot to get through them. Yeah. And while I'm doing that, you're going to be locking me down, you can focus me down, you have your ordnance pods, and if you keep them close to your ships, it's just going to be, do I want to commit to go in and engage? And so it's going to be lots of squadron play, I think, in this game.
I also took Bail Organa just so I could focus down on, because I pretty much was going to focus in on the squadron commands, and engineering and maneuverability tokens are going to be at a premium.
Very key, yeah.
Yeah, especially in this match. And just see what happens. This is kind of I wasn't happy loading both of the acclimators down with so many upgrades, because if you kill one of them, you're going to get a ton of points off just one kill. And
well, that's what the Chimera's goal is going to be. The Chimera is my hammer in this list. It's my primary damage dealer, and I'm fairly confident in maneuvering it and getting it to position. I've had a lot of practice with it, and a lot of times my squadrons, my defenders, I used to just clean up like minor squads and then do their own bombing runs. But you have so many squads. Yeah. I think our squads are going to be locked in a squadron ball for several turns, and it's going to come down to our ships to do the primary damage. So
it's going to be, you know, I'm down 1 hull to your defender, but they get countered 1, so they kind of.
Yeah, every time I shoot you, I'm taking something back.
Yeah, and what's the defender's bomber?
They just roll 1 blue die. They do have the bomber keyword, so their crits count, and it's just 1 blue.
So the 2 blue for the ARC, if it gets through.
Oh, it's going to be significant. Yeah, and I put Anakin, because I was doing the math with him. Even for a 19-point ace,
if he spikes in damage to 3 damage,
Yeah, you get the red,
yeah,
and you get
that's
to
incredible.
reroll with adept too.
Right.
So
If
yeah, you
yeah.
can fish for those doubles
Yeah.
on those red dice.
If that happens, then he will have been worth his
And I can't lock him down. If I
Yeah.
go for him, I have to try to kill him right away, because then he can just run away from me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's going to be the squadron. So we'll see.
Yep. So this is definitely going to be an interesting match, and also playing with the sensor net tokens. I think this is the first time for both of us playing a sensor net, doing that kind of objective game. And we're going to plan our dials, and then we'll be back for the start of round 1. Here we are at the start of round 1. All of our dials are planned, and for Bail Organa, Robby chose to take 4 navigates and 1 engineering. And as he reveals commands on his ships throughout the game, he can choose to spend those tokens to count as an additional dial for the ship he's activating. There's a lot of flexibility. And of course we got our sensor net tokens, 2 in each of the relative deployment areas, but even without strategic shuttles, sensor net has the tokens moving around as they're scored. And also just a quick shout out here, Robby got his custom rulers in from Admiral Tater's ship shop, looking really sharp. I have to say, I like the matte black for sure.
Yeah,
I think it looks a lot better than the gloss.
Yeah, he emailed me and asked me, he pretty much told me, he's like, you probably want the matte, and I'm glad he emailed me that and told me that, because it does look much sharper.
Alright, well coming up, we have Robby first player. We'll have his first ship, and also just another quick note in case I forget to say it. In the mission section, I do get 1 pass token, because I am down by 1 ship, and I am second player.
We'll go with a navigate command. And just gonna.
Another thing I forgot to say, everyone's going speed 2 right now across the board. So I don't think I said that during the deployment. Get set up to pick that up next turn. Or not pick it up, but gain the victory for it.
I forget. Anakin's not supposed to be over here.
Oh yeah, you can just, yeah, have the wrong ones on.
Yeah.
2 generic Y-wings and Anakin's on the other side. Plays are, I'm revealing a navigate, and I'm slowing down to speed 1. I definitely staring down 2 acclimators for the Quasar is not a wise option, so we're gonna try to delay this encounter a little bit. And also so I don't get too far away from the objective tokens in here.
We will reveal squadron command. I'll take the token. Take the token. We're going at speed 1. Try to keep away from these arcs, because if it's disastrous if I land on them and they have to go backwards, otherwise they're just going to be out of the battle.
Yeah, I think you have to go straight, because if you turn, you're going to swing your boat around, and you will hit at least a couple, probably.
So I probably deployed this one wrong.
Well, straight, you're not going to hit them.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, you're good now. Because the tabs don't count,
Okay.
as far as overlap concerned.
Another.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he's actually going speed 2, not speed 1. So we'll just do a little speed 2 / speed 1 engine text kind of thing here. I'm doing the Chimera, revealing a navigate, also slowing down to speed 1. I'm going to bide my time here. I'm just going straight for now. Then I'm going to tap Vanto, and I'm going to have him give me a navigate token.
With the unmarked acclimator, is a navigate token, or navigate command. I'm gonna keep that when I use them. The acclimators just move so horribly. I'm gonna go ahead and quick. I'm just gonna token that. So we will take that, and we're just gonna go ahead and move Speed 2.
Okay, coming up we'll have the squadron phase. Most of all those moves we'll do off screen, but I am going to be doing some lambda shenanigans, so actually I didn't know how to think about it. I'll record that when that happens, when I do my lambda moving the tokens around, so you guys can see how that works. But everything else I'll do off screen because it's just going to be movement and positioning. Alright, here are the lambdas. So, first one I'm going to have move up into this debris field. And strategic is when I end my move at distance 1 of an objective token, I can then move that objective token to be at distance 1 of me. So basically I can move it just as long as it stays within distance 1. I'm just moving it over here to this side so that it will be within range and also in front of my quasar so it can grab that. And then this lambda is going to move up into this asteroid belt, grabbing this token and then just sliding it just a little bit closer to that camera. I was already in range, but just want to keep it closer so that whenever Rob moves it, when I score it, it won't be moved too far out of the way. So the rest of the squads will do off screen, and I'll do a recap at the start of round 2. Okay, round 2. I'm keeping take evasive action and activating it. So that is activated now for my fleet. As we have some of our movement, I have Merrick Steele and Colonel Jendon and my defenders with Zertik Strom just kind of staging here, playing a little coy, and also Anakin, Ahsoka, and their clone pilots in their ARC 170s also staging, not wanting to commit too much at the beginning. And I had these two Y-Wings moved over so that they're in a better position for later in the match. Do some bombing runs.
Going navigate, so I will this one.
Yep, so you gain, you don't pick it up.
Yep.
You gain a victory token. And then after you score it, the opposite player, so in this case it'll be me, I get to move it.
Wait, does this not count? Do I have to spin this to score it?
No, you don't have to spend it.
Okay.
You just reveal when you score if you're close enough. So you start doing your navigate.
Okay.
So then I move it, and since I'm second player, I get to move it distance 1 to 4. When I score mine, you can move mine distance 1 to 2. I'm just gonna send it off this way. And that's where I moved it off to. And that'll get you in position to pick up that for a victory. Well, not pick it up, but score a victory for next turn. Alright, going with my Quasar. It's an engineering, and I'm taking a token. And still playing it safe for now. At speed 1. Oh, so I am within distance 1. So I gain a victory token. And then you get to move this distance 2.
Fully within.
Yes. Okay, and then I'm just going speed 1. I'm just going to stay straight. Still just playing it coy and playing cautious. Oh, I did misjudge that. My dial did just barely go over that debris field, so I have to take 2 damage. I'll just take it on my port side here. So shields down on the port side.
Reveal. Squadron command.
And the boot of these on the left there.
Oh, it's this one. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy, so you have some decisions to make. I'm going to take.
Yeah, if you want to use a Bail Organa token, this is where you need to decide on that.
I'm going to take one of Bale's tokens. Navigate.
And that turns into a navigate dial.
So I'm going to play cautious because.
Well, you don't have to decide your speed yet. I'm assuming you want to do some squadron activations.
Yeah, just a little.
Or you. So yeah, but you can make your choice after you do your squadrons. What you want to do with that navigate dial you got.
So it's going to be just under. him under that star. Then he's going to be just a little bit under that star. And then put him right there. Then
because it's got 3 white mana, so putting it in anything that looks like color is not very good. So that little white aggro deck, it's in that.
it's going to be on the Anakin's.
This one here.
Okay, now you get to choose what you want to do with your navigate dial from Bale.
2 of them right there, actually.
I'm going to go 1. I'm going to go down to 1. And we've got to keep out of Chimera's cannon and those ordnance pods. Need to keep them close because it's the only way I think I'm going to be able to turn the tide in my favor when it comes to squads, because those ordnance pods could be pretty killer when it comes to the fighting. Keep them as close as possible.
I'm going to do the Chimera, revealing an engineering, taking a token, and also gaining a victory point or victory token from that, and then you get to move this distance too.
So just move it right in between.
So back this way here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that still distance? Is it still going to be distance 1?
That'd be close. Here, I can probably finagle this to where, no, that's out. Oh, it's out for both of them. So, alright, and then I have a long range shot into the Radiant 7 Charger. Right here, we'll be taking that here, coming up. Alright, long range, we've got front to side, it'll be 4 red dice. I will stop your evade, and I'll just be 2 damage.
So that's a 2/3 knight. If he's about to be killed, you can return it to your hand.
And technically, after I did the engineering, taking the token with the dial, that's when I chose Vanto, and I took a concentrate fire with Vanto. Okay, and as you guys know, he took 1 on the side and redirected 1 to the front. And then I'm going to be using my take evasive action, get an extra click here at the end, just to get a hard turn and set up basically for the rest of the battle.
So get the unmarked one. Squadron commander.
This works with rats.
So he
One
has
works with rats, so there aren't any rats.
here.
It's like
Yeah, so you can move and then activate them if you want, or you can activate them now because you do have Flight Commander.
it enters the battlefield and it makes a game.
Have everything else lead, obviously.
Everything is
Yeah, go ahead.
because it's even though so it gets a 1-on-1 game, it makes
Well, are you going to be using the squad, or you can just take a token with that?
How many do I have
Sorry,
on
you can
activated?
back. Okay.
I will,
but since there aren't any rats, there's no way to make a rat. I don't get these anymore.
I'm gonna use to move him up forward. Forward to, yeah, I'm gonna use it now.
It's nice. These are also kind of nice, free.
And I'm not gonna move Ahsoka or Anakin. I'm just gonna move 1 squad.
Okay. And then maneuvering, currently at speed 2, and you do have a nav token. I don't think you need to use Bail unless you wanted to like boost up or get an extra click somewhere.
They should have made it like 40 cast or like 4 instead of 7 to 6 cast or 5/5.
It's like 1 click. I'll get 1 click at the beginning. Yeah. Am I gonna hit if I put my rear?
No, you're not gonna. I'm just gonna go right around the outside of him. Well, there's definitely gonna be some contact in round 3. I have Acclimator danger close to my Quasar. And then again, squadron phase. I'll just tell you right now, I mean, I could move into engagement if I wanted to, but I'm not, because I won't be attacking. So it'll just be movement, and I'll also do some land objective shenanigans, but I'll just do that off screen. I'll let you see the first time, and I'll show you what I did with the objectives after that at the start of round 3. Start of round 3. Some housekeeping. I switched over to intensify firepower and activated it with my concentrate fire token. And Robby, and I also, as you can see, I revealed a Thrawn dial. It is a squadron command, so my entire fleet gets a squadron dial. And Robby chose to do his once per game, all fighters follow me, so everyone in all squadrons get their speed increased by 1. As you can see, there's Ahsoka and Anakin stayed put. The Y-Wings came in, and I shifted my squadrons over here to stage and prepare. Did a little token shenanigan, moving this objective token here. And then I moved this lambda over here and moved that objective token to just underneath the Chimera. Coming up, I think we're going to start seeing some sparks fly. So Navoo B being activated.
Good. So first we have a squadron command.
So you can grab 3, but you also have a token, so you can grab 4 if you spend your token.
Yeah, I'm going to spend the token to get 4.
Okay. And he does have, I guess we can get a better angle here so you can see, he does have a long range shot into my Quasar.
Okay. So we'll go third so we get the. You know we can use my dice yet.
Oh yeah. Alright, he'll be sending squads in, and I'll take a picture once he does all his squads moves coming in, and then we'll go to his squadron bombing attacks, then his front-to-front shot into my... Alright, so we got the squad attacks happening first. It's going to be the Arc, just so you guys know the order as they came in. It's going to be the Arc in the middle, the Arc on the right, then Anakin, then Ahsoka coming in to do shots on the front of the Quasar. So the first Arc. You don't even need to reroll unless you want to. Okay, I will redirect that. I'll take one on the front, one on the side, the starboard side.
Next Arc. One.
And you can reroll one with your, since you have Swarm keyword and you activated by Navuta, you can reroll it. Hit crit. I will brace that to 1, take it on the shield, so shield's down on the front. And keep it? Okay, I will burn the redirect, so shield's down on the sides and the front, and I take it face down.
Rivals was 2016 or
Actually, I'm also going to burn the brace. I'm going to take no damage on that. Might as well just get it all out of the way now, since I got more coming in. So, no damage, but shield's down, no defense tokens left.
We'll go with Ahsoka.
And got Adept. Nope, and then you've got 3 red, long range shot into the front from the Navuta B. And link turbo laser towers. Hit crits. Nothing I can do about it, so I'll take a face up and a face down. Okay, so my face up is point defense failure. When I'm attacking a squad, I have to remove a dice, so I will not be flacking because I only start with 1, and then another face down. 4 health left. Quasar is going down quick. Definitely misjudged. It might have been a bad idea for me to move my squads out of the way. To let you just get a free shot. That was probably not a smart choice. Alright, and then you're moving at speed 1. Alright, in my Quasar, before it dies, we're going to navigate, and then using Thrawn's squadron dial to activate 4 squadrons. And I think I am going to go all in with Merrick Steel and the Defenders to see how much damage I can do to these people that are here in my front. So we're going to send these guys actually in behind them. That way when I run over his squads, I'm not running over my own, and they're still kind of in a blocking position. So this Defender's coming over here. I want to attack Anakin. Try to drop him. I'm going to need to focus on it, so I'm sending in all 3 regular defenders to attack Anakin. It'll work. And this guy can actually come in here. Still within distance 1. Yep. And then Merrick is going to swing over here into the edge of the asteroid field, so he's not obstructed from Anakin or Ahsoka. And depending if I can get Anakin with these 3 defenders, we're going to go here, 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 then here, seeing what I can drop, and see if we can get Anakin to go down. I can't flak because of my critical effects, so there will be no shots, and I'm just out of medium range of the acclimator on the right. And then I'm also scoring a victory token from this. So I'll gain that victory token. And Robby, you then get to move this distance 1 to 2. Okay. Slide it out. Like so. Okay. We're going to see if we can drop Anakin. First defender that's closest to you on the screen. It's 2 black, 2 blue. And I'm going to get to add a blue with flight controllers. And then I get to do a, since I'm within 3 of the Quasar, I could use Commander Woldar to get a reroll. Okay, the actually doesn't really matter. I'll stop one of your green braces, you have them, but 3 damage and grace to 2, if you want to.
Yeah.
This is on Anakin. Yeah, so spending a brace. Okay, then next defender in line. Stop both your braces, take 3. So that puts them down to 1. And then third defender, just need 1 damage. Alright, so Anakin goes down. Took 3 defenders to do it. And now Merrick Steele is going to attack Ahsoka. And I will stop her scatter and her brace, so she takes 3 damage. That was the perfect roll that you could get with that. Alright, so Ahsoka's down to 1. Alright, so I'm moving forward at speed 1. Probably going to hit both these arcs. Yeah, so these arcs will be hit, and you can place them wherever.
I can't go right there.
Right, I'm blocking off the front, and yet you have to be touching my base. I forgot to drop these. I have no shields on the front or sides. Only 4 health left on the Quasar, and 1 shield on the back.
And the Acclimator gets... Okay, so
what's his command?
Command is a squadron. So I'll activate 2 squadrons. Everybody's going to speed 3. Should be in range.
Yeah, now you'll be able to attack my defenders, but you can't attack my ship because my defenders will be engaging you. So you'll have to attack the defenders.
And I discarded his
Okay, so we're doing those arc attacks, and then also he has a medium range shot. It'll be 3 reds into the front of my Quasar. Yep, so the one closest to your screen there, he's getting 3 blue and a red because of flight controllers. 2 damage.
And then the next arc next to him goes.
For 3 damage, the defender is alive on 1 health left. Yep, they do have 6. Alright, and then your long range shot into the Quasar. I have no defense tokens, no shields, 3 reds. Need 4 damage. Oh. Yep, well I got lucky there, so just 1 face down. 2. And this defender is the one that went down to 1. I mean, unfortunately for me, your first player.
Is he already gone?
Yes, he's already gone. So that next round, you can just shoot him before he gets to activate next turn.
I'm gonna hit. Am I gonna hit my own arcs?
You're going to hit this one for sure, and probably this defender. So I'll be able to place them.
I've already attached.
Alright, well, here, let me get these out of the way real quick. There you go. I'll place this defender here. I'll place your arc just on the back there. And we've got the Chimera. And I'm revealing a navigate, and using Thrawn squadron dial with my boosted comms, I can grab my remaining squadrons. I'll do some of the easy moves here, just kind of show you what's going on. First thing is, I gain a victory token from the objective that's right here, and then you get to move it distance 2.
That little star here.
Okay, and then my first squadron I'm going to activate is this Lambda. It's going to move up here. It'll take a shot at one of your Y-Wings, but it's also going to do its little strategic shenanigans. Pick this up, move it over here like so. So we'll do that shot here in a second. Then I've got, just adjust this so you guys can see, my other Lambda actually is being locked down by that arc, so he's just going to shoot at the arc. So we'll do that, because arcs are not heavy, and I'm over the debris field, so there's no obstruction. Colonel Jendon's going to fly over here to tell Merrick Steele to attack Ahsoka again. And then Zyrtic Strom is being locked down by this arc and is going to have to attack this arc. And then for shots, I've got a long range shot side to side. I don't think it's medium. Yeah, long range. And I've got a medium range shot front to front into the Nuvuta B. So then we'll be doing those after all the squadron attacks. No, that was a lot to describe what's happening. Usually, again, of course, you do those squad moves and resolve them one at a time, but for filming, it just makes it a little bit. Before we continue, I forgot that Ahsoka has counter 2, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so she gets to throw 2 blue dice back at Merrick for shooting at her.
2 blue.
Yep, and he has 2 braces. 2 hits, I'll brace it down to 1. So Merrick is actually down to 5, and that was from last activation of mine. I forgot Ahsoka's counter. Alright, so now for the Lambda shuttle on one of your Y-Wings over there. We'll do the one that's closest to getting into the fight. 2 blacks for 2 hits. And we'll do the Lambda on this arc that's right next to my Quasar. 1 hit. And I check something. I am in the range of Commander Woldar. I get to reroll. So 2 hits on the arc right there, and then you get to counter back. Okay, so that that Lambda takes the damage, and the arc takes 2. Here, I can grab it for you. Next, we have Jendon going over to tell Merrick to attack Ahsoka. She has 1 health, and these are her tokens here. I need an accuracy. I did get the accuracy with the hit, so Ahsoka goes down. Yep, counter 2. I'll use my other brace. He definitely gave it. Then we'll will do Zertik's Thrawn. He gets 3 red dice against that arc. And I will use Commander Woldar. He's in Woldar range. And then I'm going to use his special ability. He's going to inflict a damage on the Lambda to reroll any number of dice. So 3 damage on that arc, then you get to counter back. And the Lambda takes the damage. You can roll the counter.
1 damage.
And Zertik takes the damage back. Alright, so now we'll start with the long range shot side to side into your charger. You want to grab your defense tokens there.
Oh, I didn't refresh those.
Yeah, they'll be refreshed. On the green, it's just a pot shot. 2 reds, 1 damage. And then I will intensify firepower to make that a hit.
I'll evade.
Okay, so 1 damage. Just taking it on the shield.
I'll reroute.
Redirect it. Okay, so I'm going to redirect. And now for the medium shot into the Navuta B. This is Bail Organa. I'm going to grab his. The 4 red, 4 blue. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I will stop your brace and intensify. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. If you do a redirect, you can only redirect 1 because I have XI 7s. And redirect, okay. That's 7 damage then coming in on the front.
So bring this down to 0. That's 4.
Yep, and then it'll be 3 going in. So first will be a face up.
Am I going the right way? How many damage?
3 going internal. First one face up.
First one first face up.
Yeah, because there was a crit in there.
Damage controls. When you overlap a ship or obstacle, deal 1 face down damage card.
Yeah, so whenever you ram and stuff, you take an additional damage, basically.
Okay.
And then I'm assuming you want to saddle back?
Yeah.
Alright, 1 red. Link Turbulator Towers. Alright. And then just going straight 1 with the Chimera. Like so. Barely missing that asteroid.
Navigate.
Navigate command.
Do I have a double arc?
You don't have me double arced with the shot. If you want to take that shot, you have a long range side to side. You might have my Lambda double arced for flacking. You do, so you could just do double flak on my Lambda, which would be black dice each time.
I haven't activated a wall wings. Yeah, so I'll do the double flat.
So just double flak. We can just roll it here if you want, since it's going to be quick. 1 black each side, so 1 damage, and no damage. So 1 damage on this Lambda. And then you're moving speed 3. Some high speed maneuverability right there. These guys. Alright, so in the squadron phase, all we got left are these Y-Wings. We'll take some shots at the Lambda, then we'll be at the start of round 4. Start of round 4. I'm maintaining Intensify Firepower with my token I got from Vonto, and revealing a Squadron Dial from Thrawn. I highly doubt my Quasar will survive. Only 3 health left, and we've got this. This is like a battle from the movies. Squadrons from both sides, ships in each other's faces. Just so you guys know, these 2 Y-Wings here, they decide to move away from the Lambda to get into the fight. because my Lambda is heavy and was not locking them down. I had some tough choices to make, and he's decided to go with the Navuda with Bale. What do we got here?
Squadron.
Okay, and are you going to use any of your Bale tokens?
Yes, I'm going to use the navigate. I'm going to use the engineering.
Okay, now that's actually a good. Are you allowed to grab multiples from one
When a
activation?
Crown Ship reveals a command, you may discard one token of each type. From this card, for each token you discard, that ship gains one
Nice.
additional command.
So, yeah, so that's awesome. You're actually getting 3 dials now. So you're getting a squadron dial, an engineering dial, and a nav dial. So that's really good. So you need to do your engineering first. So you get 4 points. So you can raise 2 shields if you want to just raise shields.
My barrier right there.
Yep, you're there. Yep. Alright, now you've got 3 squads you can activate. So everybody knows, everybody is currently being locked down by my defenders or by Zertic, so he can't do any attacks on my Quasar. And this guy right here doesn't have the speed, just so you guys can see. Doesn't have the speed to get around this way, but I think he's just going to drop him right in here to just do some, that's what he was talking about, maybe. Drop him in to do some anti-squad attacks. Or you could keep him free so that he's not locked down currently. Because you got a whole bunch of other options of people to shoot and stuff.
Is he locked down right here?
Oh yeah, he's being locked down by this defender. I would suggest you do this one first.
Okay.
And then work your way around this way, because if you drop him with just these 2, then this guy then can attack this defender. And then he's going to have a long-range shot. I'm assuming you want to attack here.
Yeah.
3 red dice into my Quasar. Everybody gets swarmed because you activated them with Navuda Beast. You're basically, since everybody is all engaged, you're going to be able to reroll 1 dice on these attacks. And you have flight controllers on Navuda. Yeah, so you get 3 blue and a red. This is going to be on the first defender. Then you can do a reroll. With swarm. Well, high probability to get a hit is blue, but you could get a double on the red. Okay, so 2 damage. So next arc. Okay, and then swarm reroll, and they're getting swarmed. Just a reminder for everybody from Navuda. Okay, so 2 more damage. He has 2 health left. Let's see if this arc can finish the job. He just needs 2 damage. Got him. So that defender does go down. And now you get 3 reds into the front of my Quasar that has 3 health remaining. And just a reminder, no shields, no defense tokens. Robby needs his red dice to actually do something this time. Oh my goodness, Robby! It's an accuracy in blanks. You get Link Turbo Laser Towers. So there's 1 health left. And here's the thing: you're going speed 1, and you took a navigate dial from Bale. Speed 2 might ram me. We can check. So you might be able to ram me and kill me. Using the Bale dial to go up to speed 2 and get an extra click here at the 2 to try to turn. And we're going to see if the shield dial is going to actually tag the Quasar. It's going to be tight. You're going to land here. Oh my goodness. Just so you guys see. That is how close it was. The ram did not happen. I thought for sure that was going to get it. So the Quasar is alive on 1 health. No ram happened, and then we have a whole bunch of squads to reposition. Alright, well, because of the miracle, I am going to go with my Quasar with 1 health left, revealing an engineering, and using the Thrawn squadron dial. I'm going to spend my engineering token I have to get 3 engineering value total, just to heal 1 damage card. And the squads I'm going to be activating is going to be my 2 remaining defenders, Merrick, and Zertic Strong, who is down here. And this is just a massive mess of a whole bunch of stuff going down. So I'll take a picture and then describe who's attacking who as the attacks happen. And then I've actually got some shots coming out of the Quasar before it goes down. And I think my Quasar is just, since I have you double arc, is going to do a front shot and a side shot into the unmarked acclimator just to start working on it. Alright, so a lot of stuff going on down on the screen there, but I'll just describe as best I can. I'm starting with Zertik, and he's going to attack that arc that's right that he's engaged with, because the arc only has 2 health remaining, so he gets 3 red. Oh, that's really bad. I'm going to use Zertik's ability, put a damage on the Lambda, to reroll all of these dice. Yeah, you'll be countering once my attack's done here. Still, and that's 2, so that does kill the arc. So the arc then counters back on Zertik. Zertik takes 1. And since that happened, Zertik is now free to move. Zertik's moving over to the other 2 arcs by the defender just to lock people down. Then the defenders you see next to the acclimator, but one of them is a regular defender, one's Merrick. They're going to do bombing runs into the front of the acclimator. So if you want to grab your acclimator's dice.
So I get to flag back with my regular flag?
No, you don't have the counter dice. But whenever you flak, you lit your ordnance pods. So, first regular defender. Crit does count because they are bomber.
Are you shooting the front?
Shoot in the front. Yeah. Oh, you're asking about salvo? Yeah, you can salvo back if you want.
So I get to salvo back 2 like that?
No, yes, you salvo with your anti-squad dice. Yeah, this defender only has 1 health. Yeah, so that defender dies. And then do you want to take that on the front, or did you want to redirect it?
I will. That's on the front, you said?
It's on the front. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, and then here comes Merrick. You can wait until I'm done with Merrick if you want. And I'll actually use Merrick's ability to change that into a crit, so double crit. Burn the salvo. 2 hits. Merrick will brace to 1. Merrick's down to 3 health remaining. Okay, and then do you want to take those 2 on the front, or do you want to redirect? You have 3 shields left on the front now.
You said I have to get a syndicate side here?
Yep, you can redirect it if you want.
I'll redirect the 1 over here.
Okay, so take 1 on the front, 1 on the side. Okay. So shields down to 2 on the front, and down to 1 on the side. Then going on the far side of the screen there, I have 1 more defender. Lee is going to be attacking the arc that's right next to Zertik. So he has 2 black, 2 blue, 1 blue from flight controllers. That's really good, and then a Commander Woldar reroll. So that's 5 damage on that arc, and you get to counter back. 1 damage on that defender.
Which arc did you hit?
This one right here. And if you want to go to mark my defender down 1 as well. And now for the Quasar's attacks. We'll start with the side. So side to front. 2 hits.
On which one?
On the unmarked acclimator, same one I've been hitting, into the front.
You have another shot coming in?
Yep, I have 3 blues coming in. And you have 2 shields left on the front.
I'll brace to 1.
Brace to 1, shields down to 1. And then front shot. And I will actually stop your redirect, so you have to take that on the front.
I'll burn the brace.
Burn the brace, so shields down on the front, no crits going inside. And then I'll be ramming the new loot to B, and we'll both take a face down. And since I healed 1, I'm actually not quite dead yet.
Squadron.
Yep, and he's going to be using his flight controllers to flak first. He's going to do flak at the side here at Merrick, and flacking at Zertik and this defender. Because he's just going to ram and kill my Quasar, so there's no point shooting at it. And then he'll activate squads and shoot with them / maneuver them based on what he needs to do.
So how does ordnance work?
After you're done flacking and doing all of your attacks, you then choose a whole zone to throw 1 black dice at somebody.
Okay.
Black, so the port side into Merrick.
On this one?
Yep. 2 hits, brace to 1. Right, then out the starboard side into the defender.
Over here.
Yep. 1 hit. Then into Zertic. No hits. And now this is where you choose to do your ordnance piles.
So how many did that defender for?
Defender took 1. So he's down to 4, and Merrick is down to 10 support, so you have to attack Zertic. So you want to flag Zertic, and then, because then you have to shoot. So Zertic takes 1. Brace doesn't do anything on the Y-Wings are coming in. Zertic only has 3 health remaining.
Where's the arc that shows unactivated?
No, everyone else has been activated. We're on the only reds can be activated right now. I killed it. Yep, the one that you had remaining was shot by. Was actually killed by Zertic Strong.
So I get an extra blue.
Yep. You get 2 blue and a black because you're activating them with flight controllers. And the Zertic, 3, brace to 2. He has 1 health left. And then the last Y-Wing. And Zertic goes down by Y-Wings. How embarrassing. And then we ram, and I take damage and die. And his unmarked acclimator takes 1. Chimera is a navigate command. I'm using the squadron dial from Thrawn. I do get over here and victory token, and then you can move that to
which one?
This one right here. Okay, sounds good. Now squadrons first, so we got some squadron action that's going to happen. This Lambda is going to slide over here to throw a shot into the front of this acclimator. They're not bombers, but you know, might get lucky. Jendon's going to fly over here and tell Merrick to do his bombing attack again. And then this Lambda is just going to do a little shuffle. You guys aren't seeing that. There you go. He's just doing a little shuffle and then grabbing this token, bringing it over here, setting it up for next round. Then after the Lambda and Merrick attacks, I will be doing an obstructed through the asteroid field into the front long range, and then close range into the rear of Bail Organa. The Lambda on the unmarked, nothing. And then Colonel Jendon telling Merrick Steele to attack. And we'll just leave that. It's double crit.
Where is it?
It's on the front.
So there's nothing. I'll do the. I'm just gonna have a redirect on.
So bring the redirect, and then taking 1 face up. Or you can redirect to your starboard side and take none. So starboard side and take none? Okay. So starboard side goes down to 0 shields.
It should be unbanned.
0. Yep. And then the Chimera side to front for a hit crit. So it just has to take it face up and face down. Well, it doesn't matter. You don't have any more defense tokens. So that was a lucky one. Alright, now for the front to rear shots, close range into Bail Organa. He has full defense tokens right now. And Robby has 2 shields on the back, 2 on the starboard, 2 on the and 1 on the port. Alright, that is pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to stop your redirect and your brace. So that'll be 6 damage. You can stop 2 on the shield, then 4 get in. Yep, that'll take Bail out, but you can salvo back as a parting shot. Red and the black. Oh, yeah. We're hitting turbo laser towers on the red for 2 hits, and I will brace to 1 and just take it on the front. Alrighty, so that'll be it for Bale. My shield goes down by 1. And with my nav, I don't think I want to speed up. I think I'm happy staying at speed 2, or speed 0, speed 1, I don't know how to speak. But I am going to use the dial, give myself an extra click, just to keep turning hard. Get myself lined up, so I am going to run over that arc, so you can place him. And I'm going to use Vanto to have him give me a concentrate fire token.
Navigate. And
Now you do have a side-to-side shot at medium range, but just keep in mind, because I have local fire control, I do have a salvo, so I can salvo back with 2 blues and a red. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was worth you taking the shot or not, getting the salvo back. Okay, now it'll do it. In squadron phase, all squads have been activated, so we'll be back at the start of round 5. We're at the start of round 5, and I'm maintaining Intensify Firepower, keeping it activated with the token from Vanto. And here we are. Robby is first player, so he can get some shots off and then get out of dodge, or at least try to get out of dodge. And since we are in round 5, I'll go and do the question for this episode, or this Batrep, for the giveaway. Go and give me your favorites, I guess you could say social media content to consume Star Wars, whether that's Batreps or lore videos on YouTube or podcasts, etc. So go and give me your favorite way to consume Star Wars on social media. And, you know, I guess like maybe short stories can work, you know, like if you have like a play-by-email group or something like that would sort of count as well. So just put that in the comments below, and that will enter you in to win the $50 store credit to Admiral Tater's Ship Shop.
I have a squadron command. I'm going to flag first.
Next, so he's going to flag out both sides, see if he can't do some work on these defenders and Merrick, and then use the squads to drop them, and then whatever's left, maybe do some bombing shots on the front of the. What do you want to do first? Merrick Steel. 1 damage, and he's got 1 health left.
I'm going to go ahead and use my missile on Merrick.
Well, so you do that after your attack sequence, so go and flank the other defender first. 1 damage, so that defender is down to 3. Alright, now you can do your ordnance pods. Merrick has 1 health left. His graces don't matter here. Ugh, no way to reroll or anything? Oh, man. Yeah, you did something to the dice gods, man. Alright, so now you get to activate 4 squads because you have expanded hangar bay. Everybody in that squadron ball is being locked down by that defender. But all you need to do is just one of them to drop it. So doing an arc first, that's right behind it. Getting 3 blue and a red. 2 blue, and this is not Navoo to B, so you don't get the swarm benefits. So he's down to 1 health. The arc on the other side is going to attack him. Need 1 damage. Got him. You can do that first time. Alright, you got 2 more activations, and that ball is opened up now where they can go wherever.
I'm going to take out Merrick. I might as well take out
Merrick? Okay. So Y-Wing's coming over to get Merrick.
3 blue.
Yep. Or it's 2 blue and a black, right?
Yeah, 2 blue and a black.
Yep. These are actually better Y-Wings than Rebels. Merrick goes down.
And
Man, my named guy's going down to Y-Wing. They're never going to live this down when they get back to the...
and then Y-Wing will go here.
If you can do a bombing shot, or you can try to take this Lambda out. He's only got 3 health.
Yeah, I might as well, because I don't have.
If you want to try to go for, guaranteed points.
Because I'm not taking it though.
Yeah, I just don't know if you have enough to drop the Star Destroyer in a turn and a half.
And then, so
Two blue and a black.
Oops.
Well, you got 2 damage so far. Need 1 more.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Alright, well, he's at 1. You'll definitely get him next round.
So if I speed up to 3 because I've got a token.
Yep, if you do that, you might be able to get out of my front arc. And the shot I would have at you would most likely be an obstructed side shot because of that asteroid. Yeah, that's for you there.
I'm not getting off the board, I don't think.
Oh, you will. Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, even at 3. Well, we can check here. 1 second. I'll check that there, and then yeah, you'll be fine. You won't go off the board. And you'll get this objective token.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe something. How many aces did you have?
I had 3 aces, and you've dropped 2 of them. Alright, doing the Chimera to navigate. And I'm going to be taking a obstructed side shot into the side, medium range. And he did get out of my front arc. So my front arc shot, I'm going to be doing obstructed front to side into the charge. Alright, I get 2 blue, 2 red, obstructed. I'll take out a blue. And you have no defense tokens for me to do anything with, so I'll just leading shots that one. Yep, so 3 damage into the side. Don't have any shields left there, so it'll just be 3 face down. He is alive on 1 health remaining. And into the charger. 4 red, but obstructed, so down to 3 red. And I'll stop your evade and just leave it like that.
So from the side.
Yep.
So redirect to the back.
Redirecting both or just one? Redirecting both to the back.
I have 1 back there, so I'll take 1 damage.
You had a shield left on the side.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so 1 on the side, 1 on the back. I'm moving at speed 1. I'm actually going to jump up to speed 2 with my nav. I'm just going straight. And off screen, there was, I did get an objective token there as well. I'm running over these guys. Oops. Plus if I don't, well, that's just me being stupid. And then you can place these 3 arcs because I ran over them.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I in range to be command? I don't know if I can.
Yeah, if you do that, then you'll be able to get him next round for sure. Yep. Alright, squadron phase. This land is just going to...
That's not right. Aren't these activated?
Oh, yes. Yep, he got activated, but he has not yet.
Okay.
And neither have these guys yet. Yeah, so in the squadron phase, Jendon and this Lambda are just going to be doing some actually, he's not going to do an attack. Well, he might shoot a Y-Wing, because Y-Wings don't have counter, right?
No.
Yeah, he only has 1 health left, so... We'll do that. I'll actually do that real quick right now. So, Lambda into the Y-Wing. 2 hits. And then Jendon, what does he get? He also gets 2 black. For 2 hits. So 4 hits on that Y-Wing. And then you want to go roll this arc real quick. We'll just do it here. Try to kill this Lambda.
Right there.
Yeah. Well, he was a little bit closer because Jendon could get him.
2 blue and
2 blue and a red. You just need 1 damage. You got him. Lambda goes down. Alright, we'll be coming back at the start of round 6. Alright, round 6. Same as before. Bonto, token, intensify firepower, last Thorndal is an engineering. We have the unmarked Venator with 1 health remaining. And we forgot, we skipped, or I should say I skipped, Robby's charger. He just revealed navigate and was just getting out of dodge. Did not take a shot because it was not worth getting the salvo back from the Chimera with local fire control. He has expanded hangar bay. Yeah, and you can get anybody. Actually, you can't get this Y-wing. You can get these 3 arcs and this Y-wing, and that's going to be your full 4.
The first thing I'll do is flak.
So he's going to flak into Jendon here, and then he's basically going to try to kill Jendon to get the points. Everybody picking on Colonel Jendon. First, we got the flak. It's going to be 1 black because it's obstructed. 4 damage. Okay, we've got an arc coming in. 3 blue and a red. Yep. Brace to 2. He's down to 3. Brace to 2. He's down to 1. You got a 3rd arc. And Jendon goes down.
Now they start.
Yeah, now you're rolling. You needed that. You needed that 2-3 turns ago. So on speed 3, very unmaneuverable. But you are gonna. Yeah, you'll stay on the board.
Take the token.
Oh yes, get a victory token. Just right here for victory token. And that's the last one. I'm just gonna pick it up. And yep, you are safe. And I'm just going to do this right now because I'm just going to do a real quick check. If I'm not in range, it's not going to be worth it. Well, I am in range. So the rear shot's obstructed and I only get 1 red dice, so no shot there. 2 dice out the side. Thing is, you know, I guess there is. If I have to get 2, I have to get a double and a hit. So I might as well give it a shot. Why not? So just to let you know, my command is a squadron command. I gain a victory. I was not expecting all my squadron to be wiped out at this point. This guy is just gonna fly away. And, those are your chargers. And then we'll just take a pot shot out the side. 2 reds into the back. He has 2 shields there. 1 health left. I need 3 damage.
Is that not it?
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was out of range out the front into the charger, so no shot on the charger. And still just movement speed 2. And over this Y-wing. The charger still goes, but he's not going to want to shoot with him. And then the bombing shot from the Y-wing wouldn't make much of a difference. Yeah, 1 damage coming in. Let's take it on the shield. And this is the end of the board here. Tally up the points just so you guys can see it. And then we'll be back for the pre-game interview. Alright, well there we have it. So the Imperials got 380 points, and the Republic got 227. And what do you think, Robby?
What when you were adding the points, if you hadn't killed that last Venator, what would the difference have been on that? Would have been close to...
Yes, so your last Venator was a little over 90.
So that would have been within about 30 points.
Yep.
Yeah,
that last Venator getting that luck cheap shot up the side.
Well, I mean,
got exactly what I needed.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's why you play the game and you play to the end.
Yeah, because you're right. Because your cheaper Venator was in the mid 90s. So yeah, that would have been a much closer game.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying out the token play with strategic, and it did pay off. I mean, this is 105 points in tokens. And it was interesting. It was fun to do that, but I don't know how interesting that is for the opponent if they're not ready for it.
It was. I mean, it's why you bid. I think that's why you take those chances on bidding for the objective.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you would choose that necessarily in in a competitive type game. But I mean, yeah, it was played perfectly because I was never ever close to getting any tokens.
And if you think about it, you know, I'd never done it before, so I just wanted to try it. You take these 105 points away, all of a sudden it's what, 275 to 227, and I don't get that last shot on the acclimator, that 1 damage. That's a win for you.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is just a huge difference just from the objective.
Well, I mean, you planned for the objective.
Yeah, I did. Right, I did plan for that.
Yeah, so I mean that's what you did, because I mean, you kept away from me and you kept moving tokens back to you, and your TIE defenders did what they were supposed to and slowed everything else down, which is, you know, the match was played perfectly, you know, and then on top of the terrible dice, you know, it was just a slaughter. It was a slaughter.
Your first 2 rounds of shooting, I mean, your first 3 shots with your Venators, you rolled 1 damage each time. So 3 total damage out of 9 dice. My Quasar surviving that 1 extra round, to be able to activate squadrons 1 more time, that was just beyond ridiculous. That shouldn't have happened. My Quasar should have died the round before.
That's why you play.
There's just no way that should have happened.
Yeah, that's why you play. That's why you play it out, just to see what happens. Yeah, there was none of the gambles I was trying to sort of, because I think it was round 3. I hope the Navuta would have taken out the Quasar and allowed the second acclimator to flak and take out the TIE defenders, and it just wasn't happening. I mean, it was perfectly played, and yeah, I couldn't free up any bombers because the TIE defenders kept locking everything down. I mean, it was just, I think I got countered. I think every single phase of the game was just perfectly, there was nothing. I was countered on everything. I won the squad battle, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, even though, as you guys can see, he's killed all my squads except 1 Lambda survived. But like you said, my defenders did their job. They just got in your face and got in your way, and stopped you from being able to actually do bombing runs on my Chimera. And locking them down. And since they have 6 health, they're still a pain to chew through. So.
I mean, I was just perfect counter the entire game. There was just nothing. Much, you know, just to me, I like these Clone War fleets. They're the arcs, I think, are great.
Oh, they're tough. I mean, I only killed 1, but 7 health is just a pain to get through.
And counter 1.
And counter, like, I had a couple times where I was thinking about going after an arc, but I had a defender on 1 health. And I didn't want to do it because I was just going to get countered and die. You know, I wasn't sure if that was worth it. I wanted to try something else. So
yeah, I think that's, at the end of the day, that's what the arc is. Do you really want to attack this?
Yeah, is it worth your time?
Is it worth locking down and getting into a fight with?
I can't even imagine when the Venator comes out and you decide to like spam 8 of those things.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to be disgusting.
That's going to be horrible.
Yeah, flight controllers, because to me they're very close to. They seem a little similar to X-Wings, but when you put flight controllers on them...
Yeah, 3 blues and a red with flight controllers is no joke.
And we saw at the end, when you get 2, when that red clicks 2, it's devastating to have that 2 damage, and then maybe you'll get another 2 from the blue. That's just... They're gross. They're just, you do not want... You have to really decide how desperate are you to engage them, because if you don't, well, then they're just going to bomb you, and that's 2 blues. I mean, they're nasty. It's just that speed 2 is just horrible.
Yeah. Once you get the dedicated fleet command from the Venator, so you don't have to rely on the 1 shot from Flag Bridge, so you can consistently be getting speed 3 out of them. And even I think you can get fleet support maybe on a Pelta, not fleet support, support teams on a Pelta maybe, to get the fighter coordination team, so they can move 1 inch just a little bit, just to get that extra, like what you did with me with the B-wings several battles ago. Get that combo going, and I think those arcs are more scarier than the B-wings because they're better. In anti-squad battles, they have 2 more health, they have counter, they're not heavy, so they lock people down. I mean, they're great.
Because I was debating earlier today which is better, the B-wing or the arc, and I think the arc with that counter takes it, because that counter really just doesn't make it worth your time to shoot. And they can double as a regular squadron because they're not heavy. They can lock you down. Yeah, it's just that 2. If you they're devastating, but if you miscalculate that 2. like I was just the whole time I was like, please
Don't run over him.
No.
Yeah.
And even when you ran over him, it was still a pain because so they're fun. They're what I thought they would be, and they're really fun. And Anakin, if I could have gotten one more bombing run out of Anakin, that just would have been...
His bombing run was great. That's why I focused on him. I went in. It took 3 defenders to kill him, but I wanted him dead. I didn't want him just flying around doing his red bombing dice with rerolls.
Red bombing with the internal bomber command. It was just perfectly counted. The defenders are still king, I think, of fighters in general.
Yeah, they're just... you can't beat 2 blue, 2 black, and like also with flight controllers, 3 blue, 2 black. It's hard to beat that.
Well, I mean, even if I'd brought Jedi, it wouldn't have mattered because...
Yeah, I have such a high chance to get the accuracy to stop the scatter. And when you saw with Ahsoka, I got the perfect hit, 2 accuracies, 3 damage. She couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Put her on 1, and then it was just time to mop up. So, defenders, they're expensive, but there's a reason. They're still fantastic.
I don't know of a fighter that really toe to toe, because every time, because that was what I was dreading when I was creating this list. I was like, oh, please don't bring defenders. And you brought just enough to where it was going to be a problem. And I think if I hadn't brought ordnance pods, it would have been a lot nastier.
Yeah, you did. There were several times, I think at least 3 times, where you had a guy on 1 wound left and you were able to ordnance pods and drop him.
Yeah.
Just to get that 1 extra you need. I'm not sure if ordnance pods are worth it all the time, but if you're focusing, especially if you have like a good flat ship like the acclimators with the double blacks, and you want to just get that final hit, it might be worth it.
Oh yeah, if you had brought TIE fighters...
Oh, my goodness.
TIE fighters are interceptors.
This list against TIE fighters, I would have been shredded. I would have instead of...
It would have been disgusting.
I stood a chance.
In fact, I think that was the only reason it was close, is because the Venators were picking up some of the flack. But, after playing, I think, 3 matches, I really like this, because I see where the acclimators are going. They're going to be your heavy support. They're going to be either your artillery cannons or your fleet pushers, and I think it's going to be really cool. I can't wait to see how they meld this fleet with the acclimators and the Paltas. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, when seeing these on the board with Venators is just going to be really nice to see, and I think they're going to mesh really well together.
Yeah, you can just already see there's a lot of synergy that's starting to be, because these, like I said, they're either going to hit really hard with their forward shots, or they're going to be pushing fleet up. It's really, I like it, and I can't wait. I think, like I said, once again, I've always said I was always scared that they weren't going to be close to the modern kind of stuff, but every match I've played, they've hung in and done
really well. They can compete, and like we were saying, 1 damage on 1 less damage, and one of these acclimators is alive, and it's a much closer game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and don't forget to answer the question in the comments below to enter into the giveaway. Give me your favorite social media way to consume Star Wars, whether Batreps, podcasts, etc. And then until next time, take it easy.